And so, and so I'm out there running. And I got the, you got the 6 packages that you get when you those red medals that you get, them 6 packages that you got to deliver.
Yeah. I did
Yeah, so I'm up there running. I'm like, man, I gotta hurry get it over there because it's gonna get corroded, this stuff. So I'm like, man. And so I got away the first time, but then I was checking my stamina. I was like, oh crap, I'm up there getting nervous, and they pulled me in. I'm like, oh, that's it, I'm dead. But it just swept me in the water, in the black water.
Oh, I haven't got swept. I haven't got swept yet in any black water.
Yeah, but I escaped though. Like I just kept on running. I saw the giant creature coming after me. I was like, screw that. I just kept on going. I took off running till I made it to my destination. I was like, man, if I had a weak bowel system, if I had a weak system.
Guys, I forgot to tell you something. Because we were having so much fun laughing. We live.
What's up, everybody?
How you doing?
Guys, we're live, okay? I just want to know one thing. Can all the gamers here hear me? Okay? Can all the haters and dumbasses hear me that are going to be coming in here? Well, all right then. Let me say what's up to the chat. Who's in here? Give some shout outs. Then we're going to get on with this, okay? Matador, what's up? Alex, Raphael, Voice Legends, and Lay, what's up? Thank you guys for coming by. Okay, so let's get into this. Because these motherfuckers coming into my timeline, that's why I did this, because they ain't shutting up. They are not shutting up at all. So that's why I decided to do this. I wasn't going to do this, but when everybody kept popping in, I was like, oh hell no, I got to do this now. So anyway, let me kick the topic off by saying, if you look up the word legendary and Hideo Kojima, doesn't pop in your head, then chances are you like mediocre bullshit games. If you don't associate greatness with Hideo Kojima, then you are a certified dumb ass. Okay? Now let me get into why you are a dumbass. Okay? Oh, what's all that? Who's doing that?
That was my bad. I was moving the mic.
Oh, it sounded like you were playing something that just took you with it.
Sorry about that, y'all.
BTs.
Yeah.
BT's got him. BT's got him. Let's go rescue him. Come on, Cyber. Let's go rescue him.
It swept me away and damaged my packages.
He is a man that created Metal Gear Solid. Okay, Metal Gear Solid series that covered everything from capitalism to racism, and really explained how the government does shady shit that we all knew they did, okay? But Kojima explained it in a way that nobody else could. You ended up enjoying the game, the gameplay, and the in-game elements, while in the story also, while the story also was not compromised in the slightest. Again, there was no compromise in the graphics, no compromise in the story, no compromise to the gameplay, other than the gameplay elements requiring far more skill than other military stealth games. Okay? He's a master. And I brought that up because that's just another example. Okay? Now, and one other thing, Metal Gear Solid as a series ended up being a game that you could play any way you wanted, okay? You could just pull out a gun and go crazy in a level, or you could even play Metal Gear Solid in a stealthy way. You could do both. Keep in mind, Kojima never told you how to play his games. He just enjoyed the fact that he could bring you the Kojima experience. That's all that man does. He don't tell you how to play it. He just lets you enjoy the experience, okay? Now, of course, Death Stranding is a brand new game with new gameplay elements and a game that broke the mold when it came to gaming, in my opinion. Okay. And when I finish my little rant here, I got two people here I think that will tell you the same thing that I'm about to say, but in their own words. Okay. Let me explain something real quick to y'all, especially you dumbasses. All right. That keep coming to my goddamn timeline. All right. Death Stranding is a game. It as a game keeps you playing without you doing insane amount of stuff. Yes, you deliver mail and packages to people. You can even deliver goddamn pizzas, okay? But you have to watch your stamina and what kind of ground you're walking on, okay? What kind of weather there will be, okay? You have to make sure you have enough sleep, enough water, good blood work, and also make sure you take care of your shoes. Okay. You also have to make sure you wash your ass. All right. Empty your bladder, take a shit, and there's good reasons for all that. But I'm not going to spoil the game. All right. But anyway, you have to make sure that you take care of the mail, okay, that you are delivering. You can damage and end up destroying it, and you will get graded on your deliveries. That's how you get graded in this game, okay? And that's not even all you will experience in the game, because there is combat. Trust me, there is combat. You can get a vehicle, that run on batteries. Okay, you can get jumped by a bunch of people from a camp, in a camp or from a camp. They'll hide out and try to get you. Okay, some of them have regular sticks. Some of them have sticks that, like almost like a what do you call a taser type thing. Some have guns and grenades, and then you have the BT sections. Oh boy. Watch out for the BTs, okay? I mean, this game literally throws enough at you to handle and pulls you in with the story, okay? And despite that, what did I get all week? Xbox fanboys and PC fanboys coming to my timeline crying about this game, saying Kojima is overrated and the game is boring. But question is, how does any of these motherfuckers actually know how the game is when they ain't even playing it? Hey, come on now, guys. You can't do that. You're dumbasses. You're just dumbasses, okay? Especially you Xbox dick suckers, okay? You Xbox dumbasses that said not even a month or two ago that Gears of War is the game of the year, even after Coalition wiped shit right in your fucking faces, all right? Come on now. Let's not go there. Okay? And yeah, I have this little aggression because you guys came to my timeline bitching at me, saying shit to me. So I'm just giving it back, okay? Now, I saw Xbox fanboys saying shit like Sea of Thieves is better than Death Stranding. Oh my fucking God. Are you serious? Are you dumbasses really serious? Okay? Now, when I see people saying dumb shit like that, it's obvious that you're trolling or got too involved in eating Phil Spencer's ass out that you don't know what's going on. Let's keep it 100. All right. It's one or two, or sucking his dick, or whatever you're doing. All right. I don't know what you're doing. Sea of Thieves was a dog shit game, a shit ass game that had it had a good concept. Don't get me wrong, but didn't deliver anything. There wasn't any actual gameplay to speak of besides you finding treasure and fighting some skeletons, and also making sure you had a decent crew to man your ship. That was it. Okay. But of course, that's a masterpiece in the Xbox community. Even though we, don't hear shit about Sea of Thieves, we hear shit. We don't see critics giving this game any high scores or the game even trending on Twitter. Sea of Thieves was a mediocre or maybe even a below average attempt by Rare Studios to make a multiplayer focused game. Nothing more. Okay? So don't you be comparing that shit to goddamn Death Stranding, all right? And then y'all gave Gears of War 5 a game that did worse than Gears of Gears of War 4, and also a game that had another cliffhanger. To be honest, Gears 5 couldn't even been could have even been DLC from Gears 4, from what I see. It didn't look like no new makeover, no nothing. It looked like it could have been DLC. That's another game you compare Death Stranding to. Can't go there. I'm sorry. I always like Gears of War, but I'm going to say it real. I play Gears of War, but they did another step down again, and you can't compare that to Death Stranding, especially when you guys don't even play the game. Okay, you can't do that. Now, this below average. These below average games are the games that these Xbox weirdos are championing right now. Okay, even though they're not beating these games, even though they don't actually buy these games, and then on top of that, you have the PC fanboys. They're another group that came to my timeline. Some of the dumbest groups of people on Twitter, on YouTube, or any other gaming, anything gaming related, okay? The same group that tells you exclusives don't matter, okay? But they have no problem buying a Nintendo Switch for a Mario game. I thought exclusives didn't matter, okay? Imagine that. Imagine how stupid you look when you try playing these people's champ, okay? Look how stupid you look. And it ends up not working out for you. And there really isn't any room for them to talk when they're just now getting Red Dead Redemption 2. When Red Dead Redemption 2 had launch problems on the fucking launch. Okay, come on, guys. The PC Master Race, settling for games that run normally on a console but have hiccups, excuse me, on PC. Fucking amazing. I'm serious. This is fucking amazing. That's the PC fanboys for you. Okay? Now. And then you had Hideo Kojima make the realest statement I've heard from a game developer to date, when he was quoted saying that Death Stranding did well in Europe and Asia, but American journalists or these fake game reviewers out there are more into first-person shooters. So let's examine that for a moment, okay? I put on Twitter last night that games like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 ended up getting 9 out of 10, even though it was a step down from previous Modern Warfare games, okay? Halo 4 ended up getting, a 9.8 out of 10 by IGN. But games that offer a much better gameplay experience get less praise, which makes no sense. But y'all want to tell me Kojima is wrong about what he said? I don't fucking think so. All right? You guys are dumbasses. I'm just going to get a little deeper, and then I'm going to open up to the panel. Let me just finish this up real quick. Look at the score differences between Days Gone and Gears of War 5. Okay? You can't convince me that Gears of War 5 was a better game than Days Gone. You can't. You cannot. Nope, you can't do that. Okay? You can't tell me that Gears of War 5 looked better than Days Gone. No, you can't. I'm sorry. You can't do that. And stop trying to do this shit on my timeline, okay? And when I saw both games with my own eyes, because I played both games, okay? And beat both games, so there you go. But leave it to those game reviewers out there or places like Digital Foundries, okay? That's who you guys leave it to, who also don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And you get different stories, a different story, okay? See, that's the bullshit right there. Now, if you don't like Death Stranding for what it is, I don't know what to tell y'all, okay? I personally rank it, I would say, as a top 5 game this generation, despite what the haters say. I don't care what y'all say. The game looks incredible. It has a gripping story. It has good sound design, and it's actually a game that did something different for a change, okay? That's all that matters, okay? There's too much praise going on in the gaming community for these overrated gaming experiences. There's too much praise for these games that are copy-paste experiences, okay? And you always know the best games. You know how you always know the best games, people? Okay, because uh they are the ones that get the most hate. Okay, but when we play these games, okay, we don't get why they get hate. I don't understand why these games get so much goddamn hate. Okay, but when you play them, there's no reason for the hatred. The only reason is y'all can't get it on your console, or y'all don't know how to play games because you don't play them. Okay, I think it's just or just something to bitch and complain about. Okay, to try to make yourself look like somebody you're not. I'm gonna tell you all once again: stop coming to my timeline with this bullshit. This game is a fucking phenomenal game, and with me saying that, I'm going to open up the floor because we were actually talking about this before we went live, and some of it actually got off on live. But I mean, one thing you could do in here, I'm going to say this because you have the baby there, okay? One thing I'd say, but when the baby needs some soothing or whatever, you have to rock it gently like a baby so it doesn't get stressed, and you still use the baby for when the BT comes. You got to rock it gently. Okay, there's a lot going on in this. Okay, there are symbolisms that he put in, and I'm going to let you all think about it, and I'll tell you guys later. But I think you guys may know what I'm talking about. They're always talking about building bridges. Okay, think about what message that sends to everybody in this goddamn world. Build bridges. What does a bridge do for you? Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'm gonna open up. Who wants to go first, guys? Because I know you both.
Let me go first. I don't mean to cut y'all time.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
All right. This one thing with a PC do that really got on my nerves. Like before I got into to the podcast with you guys.
Mhm.
I was on YouTube. I seen this dude. He got a huge, he's a huge PC fanboy. He was not excited about Death Stranding from as far as I'm concerned when it was supposed to be allegedly exclusive to the PlayStation. But then he get excited that there's a PC version that's out that's coming out in the summer. And now that Hideo Kojima said what he said about American gamers and stuff and all of that. Now he's pissed off again. So that lets me know that you have that's the fake outrage and stuff and all that. I like if y'all want to know who he is. His name is Joker Productions. He's a fat dude, and all he do is deep throw PC gaming no matter what. Instead of sitting back and realizing that this is a totally different genre, the experience is totally different. And like what you were saying with the bridge baby, the BB baby, like there's points when you have the baby and you got to traverse through water and stuff and all of that. You got to be careful with that because the baby gets upset. You got to keep him happy and stuff and all of that. You got so much to do on it. It's not just about just walking and running. Like I see people up there thinking that the balancing system is hard. It's really not hard at all. Shoot, I had the package all the way up to beyond my head and stuff and all, and I was able to still run and keep it balanced without even holding the trigger buttons. So it's not really what people make it out to be or trying to discredit the game. It has so much going for it. It's so much stuff. Even the suits, they got different suits as far as different on things how you tackle things when you deliver stuff. Most people not gonna. Most people don't even know that. Like Titanfall said, you gotta worry about your health. At one point when I kept on jumping down on cliffs and stuff and all of that, it damages your feet. You got to go up and close up in your feet. And my boy had to take his toenails off. It's crazy, and it's one of the. And I'm playing this on the pro, and it destroys Horizon Zero Dawn as far as how it looks, but it is amazing game. And I think a lot of people are going to miss out on it because of the simple fact is that they care only about instant gratification. They do not want to take their time. They want to rush. They do not want thought-provoking games. They do not want to think. They do not want to use their brains. It's so much you got going on up in there, man. And I just think people are missing out on a heck of a gem of a game.
They are. They definitely there's a whole message behind this game if you go through it. And I'm going to ask you something else. Isn't this game addictive?
Shoot, as soon as I got my package now, I started installing the game. I've been hooked.
That's what I'm saying. You think it's not, and at first in the beginning you're like, oh wow, where's this going? What's happening? What's going on? And then when you start getting into it, like, oh shit, oh okay. Oh, all right. Oh, okay. You still got to figure a lot of shit out. It doesn't, and it doesn't hold your hand. I hate games that hold your hand. It doesn't.
Man, I'm playing it on hard. I jump straight into hard mode. I'm just like, I'm ready to tackle everything. I don't want to play on normal. I don't want to play on easy. I don't want to play on very easy. I'm like, give me hard. I want to have a good story and have a challenge. But it's crazy, man. Especially when you run into those doggone BTs, man. It is very tense because your stamina, man, because you got to worry about your stamina as you hold your breath. Your stamina, it's not just for running and carrying stuff, traversing through waters. You got to use that for holding your breath. You got to replenish that with using your energy drinks, your canteens and stuff and all of that. It's so much that goes on. It's so much that I think it overwhelms people that's so used to games that are very simple.
Yeah. Let me just do these shouts out real quick before you do that, because we had quite a few people jump in. John Oz, what's up? Christopher Hart. Trev, what's up? Game over HD, what's up? Koi Kai, what's up? Mr. Urban, Jay Bari, what's up? Dynamite, Kid Smooth, and Garuda, what's up? I mean, don't forget to tell them we got, like you said about take care of, you gotta find grubs because you need those to eat.
You got blood.
You got yep, and for your blood, you also need to search for which helps your feet and other things. You got to search for herbs.
I haven't got to the herbs yet.
Oh yeah, you got to find the herbs because they work for you too.
Because I'm right at the part where my BB got stressed the crap out when I got chased by those BTs. So I had to put him back on as to the stillborn mother, the still mother. So I had to do that. But
I'm past it. All right, yeah,
like I said,
you'll get to that. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I think I'm on chapter 2, Amelie. I think I'm on them when I got to go and help his sister.
Oh, see, I love the game so much. I'm past there. I'm like, I mean, you'll find out about Rocking the Baby later on. That's a couple chapters up in the herb too, and the crystals and all that stuff. There's crystals and other shit. Yeah, you'll learn about that later on.
Yeah, I ran into one of those, but I couldn't pick it up.
Yeah, you can't pick them up yet. You got to get further on. Once you build yourself up, you get to be able to pick up more things.
Welcome back, Cyber Dragon.
Yeah. What happened? I see the phone call, and it lowered both of you's volumes. And I don't see the volume controls to switch. It happens on Discord. When that happens, you go into your volume settings, and you can switch back and forth, and they'll reset it. And I didn't know what to do on StreamYard. So I hop back in.
Oh, okay. Do you want to say anything else about the game, Ness? Besides that you're enjoying it?
I'm gonna let Cyber Dragon take the floor because he haven't had much of input yet, so I'll let him go.
All right, you go for it, Cyber.
Oh my goodness. When I first fired this game up, he lost the bike, and then he runs into Fragile, and then you get to your first location. Man, it's just looking around at everything, and then shout out to my man Igor. You know what I mean? I was blown away. One thing about Kojima games, hope I don't say this the wrong way. It's for the intelligent gamer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that those who got the game find it boring, not intelligent. It's just that there are those who get it. Are.
There are a lot of hidden messages in there that people aren't getting.
Yeah. Right. And it's not a game that holds your hand, and that's one thing I also like. It doesn't hold your hand. First time in the beginning, you go through the thing, the reparation thing he went through.
Yeah.
I thought I screwed up, but that's part of the game. And just using the terrain, plotting your routes, you got to consider everything, how you load your gear, where you place it on your body. One time I picked up too much, lost deliveries. I almost fell on the ground. I learned not to do that too much. Use those special stations that you can place them in, and then the first encounter with the BT, taking the body to the incinerator, and oh man, I was nervous as hell. I was like, let me get through this, and I almost got pulled into the pudding twice, but I got away. And
when I saw that thing, I was like, "Holy shit! What the hell is that?" Like, God damn.
I didn't even look behind me. I just kept on running.
There are times it's not good to run, man. Just hold your breath, man, and walk slowly away, man.
when they pulled me into that black pool of water, I had to keep on going. I started jumping. I started double jumping and stuff, damaging my packages and stuff. I was crapping bricks, man. I was up there like, this is intense.
Yeah, I was asked to be honest when I talked about the game. How do I feel about the game? One of the best purchases I made this year. I got the special edition, and I'm going to enjoy the hell out of this game. A lot of y'all, you Titanfall, and who else is up there? Craig and Sick and Players United Gaming, J-Check. Y'all, man, y'all probably halfway through the country already. But I know that the help is there along the way, which is very great, because it's also designed for new gamers to come into the game. And once you get on the Chimera network, there's help. You can see the help all plotted in front of you. Ladders, zip lines.
Yep.
All that stuff is there to help you.
I also ran into people online on my game.
Oh, okay.
I actually ran into 2 people, and they offered me gifts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So you may come across that in the game too, as well.
And then with YouTube, various sites, they're streaming the game on a daily. Bigger YouTube, smaller YouTubes, they're just playing the game and having a ball. They're not complaining, they're playing it. It's getting millions of views are being had across everybody streaming this game and on Twitch. And then on Twitter, in the Twitter streets, woo!
I've been
retweeting, I've been liking, I've been sharing. The same stuff we do on Twitter, you do it in the game,
Yeah. You can even take somebody packages that they left behind and continue their deliveries and stuff and all that too. I think that's cool as well. That's what I like about it when they really mean, stranding, the strand, not stranding, because they broke down the definition of strand in the game.
Yes.
And so with Strand, that's what you're doing, is connecting everybody and connecting the world and trying to re-civilize America.
Okay.
You know what? That's one way of doing it. But like the question I had for everybody before is they kind of talk about bridges. What a bridge do? Connect people with each other. Connects you together. You work together. This game shows you how, not only in a game, but in real life, if you work together, like they were saying, how your ropes are there, some of your bridges, the ladders and all that, you're working together to accomplish one goal, and that's the way life should be. This is a life lesson game as well. You guys don't get that. This game, I'm like, oh shit. When I thought about that, I was like, oh shit. I said, boy, he's getting deeper and deeper in this game. He really is.
I like it.
And I know that as you go forward, you get access to more gear, new weapons, more weapons, vehicles, the exosuit for your legs, all kind of stuff is just, it's just amazing what you can do in this game. And
awesome. But here's the thing, like I said in the beginning, you may not, maybe some people watching it may not think it's fun, because it's maybe not be a watching game, okay? But when you play the game, it becomes addictive because, all right, like Ness said he was at this point, okay? Well, I'm almost onto the West Coast. That's how much I played. I went halfway across the United States doing the connections already.
Man, I'm on East Coast.
I'm like my connection. My connection when you start going to places and have to connect them so everybody be connected. I would say was that a little past the middle, just a little past the middle of the U.S., slightly past. I mean, the middle of the United States, slightly past the middle. So I'm heading to the West Coast. You can't put the game down. I mean, every time I say, okay, you know what, I'm I'm gonna stop. Let me. I gotta take care of something. But okay, y'all do that in a minute. An hour goes past. Like, shit, I gotta take care of this shit. God damn, you don't want to put the game down. You really don't. And for all you, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. How do you know Kojima's statement about the game is in the United States? It's kind of an observational fact. There's a lot of dude bro gamers over here in the States.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And those are the ones that's keeping Call of Duty afloat, PUBG afloat. I wouldn't say them same individuals do the Fortnite. Because Fortnite is a different crew, a different crowd that play Fortnite compared to the Call of Duty, the Battlefields, things of that nature.
Just kept it's the gratification. That's all they really want. They want it now. They're impatient.
Yeah, because that's why I can't get into those games as far as multiplayer. There are those who do. And you get up, run, shoot, you kill, you die, and you respawn and do it again. Yes, there's strategy involved in some places and some teams and some maps, but that's not for everybody, and it's for a lot though. A lot of people enjoy doing that. I do not knock them. Enjoy what you enjoy. That's how it rolls. But this game is a special game that if you don't get it, you don't get it. I say rent the game, play for 3 days for $7, and if it doesn't pull you in, then you just take it back to the red box and don't worry about going to buying it. But at least you experienced it. See how it is. See what everybody's talking about.
Or if you don't want to waste $2, well, you can have somebody game share it.
Game sharing works as well. And then what else? I had reviews. Well, let's see. Lucy O'Brien of IGN. Go ahead.
One second. What up, Craig Harris? You finally made it.
Yeah, I got off work a little late. Had a patient come in late.
That's
good, Craig.
How you doing, tech guy? What's up, tech guy?
And over here with the tech, being techie over here.
Right. Before we continue, let me just shout out the other people that jumped in here. We got a Brown Sugar Candy, Dasmi C, Deacon St. John, Fist of Sage, Bray, and Dragon. Thank you guys for coming by. Craig, I don't know if you got to hear anything, but we were talking about my timeline and people picking on Death Stranding and saying how Kojima didn't do a good job and all this other shit, and talking about Kojima's statement that he made about gamers and the people that review the games here in the U.S. compared to Asia and Europe and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, people have a right to not like something. What has happened here, and is unfortunate, is there's a group of people who they were gonna not like the game based on the fact that it's not on their console of preference. There's those people that are out there. I'm a big fan of Marvel. Martin Scorsese has gone scorched earth against Marvel. He has a right to his opinion. So on their movies. So if he thinks the movies are garbage, fine. If you think Death Stranding's trash, that's fine. But for people to just go in on it, I mean, people that didn't even, they said when they put in their review scores that I didn't play the game, I'm just putting a 0 here, a low score just based on principle, because they're mad at Kojima put a game out and not on their preferred platform. Unfortunately, because to me, if you don't like it, you just don't buy it. But I'm old fashioned. I do what grown ups do. You don't like it, you just don't buy it. You don't like the movie, you don't go to the movie. So it's
Craig, you know what's funny? I had people on my timeline come in, of course, from the Xbox community, those dumbasses, and say Sea of Thieves is better than Death Stranding.
That's fine. And that's fine. It's their opinion. If Sea of Thieves is better, that's fine in their opinion.
But Craig, how can they say that when they don't have the game, they didn't play the game?
Because their argument has been, and it's really come out now, is that they're looking for a false equivalency. It's our games got sabotaged by Metacritic, and we like them, therefore Metacritic now shouldn't matter. That's all it is at this point. So they're looking for a false equivalency. It is the equivalent of, again, Sea of Thieves, I played it, it was trash. I played that game for 2 hours, and I tried to reload it, and my PC said no. It said, hell no, I'm not going to load this game for you. But again, it's like you got a bunch of grown men who are women. They think like women, and they
Thank you.
They just, instead of them making their own decision, they
Hey,
wait.
wait. You gotta wait a second there. I gotta catch you on that one. I make my own decisions, and I'm a woman.
Yeah, you do. That makes you one of the million. That's why you are the Titanfall princess, okay? But
Okay.
yeah, you got these dudes. These dudes, like I was saying the other day on my podcast, these dudes are they're moist. I mean, they think they can't make up their own mind. I call them a bunch of moist Metacritic maggots, because what they're doing is the game's not on their platform. Therefore, if it gets a low Metacritic score, which is just an aggregate of opinions, if it gets a meta score, then we won't care about this game that much. This is exactly what Tim Dog said. Okay, he said that. That is on record. Hey, if it gets a low Metacritic score, then we won't care that much, and it's not on our platform. And
you got a fanboy right now up there trying to attack us now.
Yeah, well, but let them. This is a group of people who are waiting for a game with a glowing white rag called Ori. That's their savior next year. They have nothing coming out till next year, and people can expect the Ghost of Tsushima game to get review bomb, and so will The Last of Us Part 2. It's going to get review bomb because that's the only thing they got left. I saw it happen with DC and Marvel. I saw the incels bomb Captain Marvel because they said she hates white men. Therefore, we're gonna review bomb her movie. It just that's all they got left at this point. They're women. They think their thought process is, I can't go and get something that I want. I have to wait on another man to put out his opinion, and that's on them. That's what I'm saying. They're moist. I mean, they're moist. I mean, what else can you say? You know, it's buttery, and that's who they are.
Great.
Okay. I got one more point for you. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead first.
All right. I'm finishing up reviews that came through, right? If you remember what happened with Days Gone, IGN, Lucy O'Brien, and Callie Page, or Plague, from GameSpot, they intentionally review bombed that game when they did the review. Since Death Stranding came out, well, Callie Page, she did the review for Death Stranding. She gave it a 9. But she also gave it a true, honest, in-depth review compared to what she did to Days Gone. I'm guessing somebody spoke to her because it's like a complete script flip, because both games have a male protagonist, whereas those two were against male protagonists. Games like Horizon Zero Dawn, Control, they gave those games higher scores because they had a female protagonist. Okay. And Lucy O'Brien said that she feels though that Control is a better game than Death Stranding.
That's fine.
But Control has a female protagonist in it. That's why she's saying that.
The fact that she thinks that, I could care. I don't give a rat's ass. She has an opinion. She has an opinion, and that's fine. Control, I think, is a good game.
It's a good game.
The problem is that they're not being honest. They're being so dishonest. That's the problem I have.
Their opinion is not dishonest. It is their opinion. If she thinks that, look, if somebody thinks that Crackdown 3 is better than Luigi's Mansion, that's fine. Okay, I don't care. I go out, grown ass man. I can only speak for myself, and I'll just go get stuff and try it. And if I don't like it, I'll be like, man, this is trash. I can take this back to the store. This is not what I thought I was going to get. You know, I don't want this. I mean, that's what grown men do. I don't know what else to say. I mean, these cats want to just keep stuff going and going and going. I mean, just, you know, 3 years ago you said this, 2 years ago this happened. Well, our games got review bomb. That's why when I go on Xbox podcasts, I talk to them like children.
Yeah,
you do.
You definitely do.
You do.
I mean, that's who they are. I mean, it's not because I'm older than them. They act like children. I want to come home and I want to put on a headset and I want to I want to talk to my friends, and none of those people are their friends. None of them are their friends. So, I mean, that's why that Xbox dog has a headset on it. It's perfect. It is perfect. It's who they are. It's a child, you know. And some of them are cool people. Let me make that clear. Shout out to like Enrique and the Brat podcast. That's a good Xbox podcast. But that's like the only one out there. The rest of these clowns are just moist. So, and I don't pay them any attention. You know, they bend their knee or bend both knees down to the Metacritic cock and they suck it. And that's just that's what I get it. They want their little console war because they got a business model on the console war. Now that it's over, it's affecting the other industries. When you get something that's so far ahead of everybody else, everybody just turns a blind eye. I mean, nobody cares about the next Xbox game coming out. Nobody cares. I've talked to a lot of people, you know, and they're like, well, nobody cares because you can get their games on PC. It's not a relevant console anymore. But that doesn't mean, and I still went out and bought one. People in my podcast, why you getting an Xbox X? Well, bitch, because I want to. I want to. Grown man. You know, so it's just, if you don't want me to buy it, I said, you can go ahead and throw money in that super chat, throw money in that Cash App, and you can pay me not to go get it. But, you know, I'm going to go ahead and get one because there's a few games on there I do want to play. You know, well, you can play them on PC. Yeah, I can do that too. I'll double dip. You know, it's my time. But yeah, it's unfortunate. For instance, I saw your timeline, and yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, hey, people are actually enjoying the game. Yeah, people, this is trash. This game, okay, well, then we'll see if it's trash. If it comes out and that game has sold more than say Gears 5, those
it's
people,
over.
They get by a freight train when I'm done with them. They better hope that game hasn't sold more than Gears 5. They're 10-year-old franchise in Xbox.
You know, I hate to say it, Craig, but some of those people over there on the Xbox side wouldn't be intelligent enough to understand the messages in the story or the fundamentals in this game. They wouldn't. This game has messages in it so deep, it's not even funny.
It's too complex.
Yeah, you have to have a good mind to be able to understand, like even just the him referencing build a bridge all the time. We explain what that means. They wouldn't even understand what that means about building a bridge.
They're dumb. I mean, like I said, they have a sister here. It was like Brown Sugar Candy. Shout out to her in the chat. Let's ask her, hey, you go out with a brother and you be like, hey, look, and you be like, well, what are we going to do tonight? Well, I don't know. What are you going to do? How long are you going to stay because they can't make up their own decision. You're going to have to make it for them like a child. You know, and so that's just who they are. And they again, the false equivalency is our games got whatever, 48, 59, whatever they were getting, you know, 67. And I told them, I said, there ain't nothing wrong with a 69, but damn, Microsoft, y'all got to do, I guess, better, you know. So, but
you know what Xbox people do? Xbox, when they get a score like 69, they say, oh no, it was a 96. They try to turn it upside down.
Yeah, they all had to language.
69 is the new 96.
Yeah.
I gotta put a lot of this on, but some of this is on the PlayStation people too, because they keep taking that bullshit bait. Just don't take that bait anymore. That's a done group of people. It's a done group. I mean, they're like I said, a white glowing rag, Ori. That's their next game, and I can get that. I don't need an Xbox to play that. I can play that on PC. So I mean, I say, hey, look, what exclusive game does Xbox have that I need an Xbox for? None. Therefore, the console's not relevant. It's just not anymore. You know, it's just, and that's why you get the whole adage of, and shout out to JTech. I need to say this because he made a good point. The Xbox community wants the PlayStation to be more like Xbox and put games everywhere, and so does the PC community. I had to rip the PC people's heads off Sunday morning when I was playing Death Stranding. It's just like they're begging for games. If the game's coming, the game is coming to PC, so that's enough. That's the end of it. But they want all the games to come to PC because that's what Microsoft did.
Can I interject something real quick? I know you remember Fratanga, whatever his name is. He just admitted that he can't even afford to even buy games and stuff and all that on the when I went down the Twitter timelines. He can't even afford the games as much as he have to. Fratanga, the dude that there you go. Yeah.
Oh, I get it. I'm PO. Can't afford the O and the R. But hey, look, I'm not gonna beg for shit. You got to work 4 hours.
That's why he's up there begging because he can't afford it. That's he always gonna be. He don't have no money.
Well, get out of mommy's basement or mommy's attic, grandma's basement, grandma's attic, whatever, off the couch, and go get your lazy ass a job and buy your own shit.
He rather be sloppy drunk and be great on console games and stuff and all of that, but then port begging and more than likely pirating games.
Yeah, they can do. Yeah, could. Yeah, I mean that's the unfortunate thing, and I certainly hope it. That's why I like what Kojima did when he criticized the critics, which is fine too, because his opinion is y'all don't understand the game, and that's just his opinion.
But you know what? Craig? You said it earlier when you were talking. You don't give a flying fuck what the critics say. Neither do I. Most real gamers that, true gamers and hardcore gamers really are not going to worry about what the critics say, because they're not really gamers per se. We are. And this is our hobby. So they just rate it by what they may like or not. That's one person's opinion. Too many people in this community act like their word is gospel, and it's not.
Well, when you're in a fake ass console war, they're going to use it, and to me, it's a new IP. So it's something in the 80s is fine. 8 out of 10 people, that's what that says to me. 8 out of 10 people, 83%, whatever it got. It should get them. Now, if there's a Death Stranding Part 2, I would expect it to score at least an 83, 84. Because
Craig, can you hold on 1 second? One of my mods, do me a favor. Ban that fake sick humor in there. He's saying racist ass shit. Ban his ass. That's not sick humor.
Where?
Banned him.
Yeah, get rid of him.
Yeah, to the wall. To the wall.
6 feet under, he's going. Banned his ass.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna use Sick Humor's name and come in here and say some racist shit. And I know Sick personally. You ain't gonna do that shit. He doesn't do that shit. I know whether it's my friend or not, and that's not Sick. Banned his ass.
Yeah, get him out of here to the wall.
That's mad, man. Slant.
So crazy. People are so crazy. They gotta come in with racist shit now, right? Come on now. Why we're talking about gaming and critics? Why does racism have to be brought up in it? That makes no goddamn sense to me.
When you all can explain why you can't even go out in the sun without roasting, and that's like against nature, then you can come with your racist shit to me. Because I broke all that shit down with my little suntan thing. That shit got banned. They said,
damn.
Hate speech. People like unsub. This is hate speech. Like, really? I'm looking at it. That doesn't matter. All right, we're back to gaming. But that's
Craig, my thought is I want to know what your thoughts are since you played the game. What your thoughts are on the game?
I think it's a good game. It's got a horror feel. It's more suspense. I've said if you're a fan of Wes Craven, who does like the slasher horror movies, you're not gonna like it. But if you like suspense, if you're in that Hitchcock mode, I like the suspense of having to hold your breath and then you just can't hold it indefinitely, or hit you can move around a little bit. And, even if he's standing up, he's going to expense more energy and not hold his breath as long. There's also when that little thing that's on your shoulder, whatever that thing is, when those things leave, it gives you a thumbs up. It's just a lot of people haven't caught it yet.
Oh, I get lots of thumbs up in that game. I'm loving it.
Yeah, so I'm like, whoa, this is, and that was just something that was in the game. So I'm enjoying the game so far. Are you walking around? Yeah, but I walked around in Horizon Zero Dawn. I walked around in The Last of Us Part 1. I mean, that's just the model of this game. I walked around in Metal Gear. Metal Gear 5. That's a whole lot.
Listen. Even if you play a shooter, you're walking around shooting people.
Yeah, Call of Duty.
So you're gonna be walking around.
I did a lot of walking around in Call of Duty.
I'm surprised they call Resident Evil puzzle simulators for all that, because you do a lot of walking and you got to solve stuff, but also you got to take down zombies and stuff and all that too. And there's a story.
No, yeah, and that's fine. I mean, but that's Resident Evil. That's its setup, and that's this game's setup. Hey, look, I guess my character is somewhere in Louisiana based on the map, that they've got up there. So, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. I do the side missions. I delivered some. I delivered some toys or games or something called Bot X or X, something like that. And,
wait, I got a question. Did you deliver the pizza yet and deliver it on time?
Oh, not yet. No, I did do a time delivery though. It was I forgot what it was. It was something that was in a crate, and I couldn't get the crate wet. So that, because you have no idea if you're going to get the acid rain, and then and I told people, look, once you're able to make grenades, take 10. That's just my advice to everybody. Take 10 grenades. That way, if you do get caught, you have enough grenades to go ahead and 10 grenades will take care of whatever is there. That squid, or it was like a whale, whatever the hell that thing is. It can come back.
Yeah, that octopusy looking thing, whatever it is.
That crazy black thing. These black.
Looking at the moon presence from Bloodborne. That's what it looked like.
Yeah. So yeah, but
just make sure to get extra bombs. You take a healthy shit every day when you rest.
Yeah.
That's all cool. What I found cool up in there, if you take a dump in Death Stranding up in that place where you go and rest, if you look, it has Daryl from Walking Dead on the motorcycle and stuff and all that when it closes.
Oh,
I didn't even pay attention to that. I knew there was something on there, but I didn't look that closely because I don't want to see the man showering and shit, and I just let him shit and I go do something when he's done shit and I come back.
It blocks it. It covers it. It covers on. You take.
I know. I know it does, but I don't. Who wants to watch? Even look. I mean, I see his legs. I hear him going, and all that. That's what.
Easter eggs everywhere in this game.
And it is something that White Zaddy himself came out and said, this is the new benchmark for all games this generation, not PlayStation games, all games. Okay, so they've switched it from Red Dead, and this is Zaddy. This is your White Zaddy saying this. Said this is for gameplay and for HDR. And you have to, so that's it. This is Zaddy saying this to you guys. So you all better do something about that. This is your White Zaddy saying this. So I don't know what you're gonna do now. I have no idea what you're gonna do because White Zaddy loves this game. It is a technical achievement. So I feel bad for them because now they got another cop they got to suck. They got to do something with that.
No.
I love that coffee sandwich.
Yeah, they got to do something about Zaddy. I mean, because
Craig, I thought I was bad earlier before you got on here. When I said, "God damn, you got me beat. You got me beat." I just said they were eating. They didn't know much about shit because the Xbox because they were too busy. Maybe what they were saying on my timeline, either they were trolling or they were so far up Phil Spencer's ass eating it that they lost track of time and didn't know what they were doing.
Well, I mean, I would say go play your games, but y'all don't have any. So, so they're over there tearing down something because that's all they have left. I'm telling you, and again, the people better get ready because again, it won't happen to Cyberpunk because that game will be on Xbox. So they won't say nothing about that something called a Cyberpunk. Okay, they won't. They will not say anything. They won't say anything about Ori because Ori's on that platform. But as soon as MLB The Show comes out and then The Last of Us Part 2, they will be right back. Oh, this is not right. This is not fair. Because they act like victims at this point. When you started something you couldn't finish. Your ego is check that your body can't cash. Whatever you want to call it. Your eyes are bigger than your stomach.
You saw how they reacted when Keanu Reeves took a downgrade in Cyberpunk.
Oh, it looked terrible, but that was an alpha. That was an alpha. I'm like, well, that's the alpha build. He's not going to look like that. But that computer, they cracked me up. They said the Cyberpunk, they still say Cyberpunk was running on an Xbox X when the people come out and say it was on something called a 2080 Ti. Yeah, it's like, okay, well, guys, guess what? I'm sorry, the Xbox X is not, it's not even it's maybe a 480 on a good day. Maybe on a good day, on those Forza games, it's a 480. It ain't no something called a 2080 Ti. So it is trash. I got one. I can say it's trash.
Yeah, right.
The 2080 Ti.
No, I've got an Xbox X. It's trash. I mean, I'm
man.
See, but Craig, you know they're going to come back at you for that, because just because you have it doesn't mean you're allowed to say it's trash when you can't get what you want out of it. You know that, right?
They can come on. Daddy's got a big cock and he's ready for it.
Oh shit! All right, let me just shout out a couple more people. Pablo, what's up? Game Trailer, Stardust, and I hope I'm saying this right. Cuanvo. I hope I said that right. If I did, I apologize. Okay, I really do. Thank you for coming by. But yeah, so, go ahead.
So the latest trend, if you haven't noticed, a lot of these games on the PlayStation, you're seeing cross assets. For example, Days Gone, Deacon's bike. You can have the BB gas tank. I got the BB gas tank. And it goes to black and goes back to yellow if you walk away from it or walk close to it. And then you got the various color schemes. You got Concrete Genie in there, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn. And then in Death Stranding himself, there's Easter eggs related to Horizon, for example. Plus the other celebrities that are in the game.
Yeah, with Guerrilla Games helped a lot. With that, that's Decima, that's Guerrilla's engine. So
yes.
That's the Sony. And the cool thing is that, and I've said this before, the improvements that Kojima made to that engine, which are astronomical, but the improvements he made are now Sony's proprietary technology. He can't go give that to somebody else. That will always be Sony's.
Yeah, I read some fool up there saying that they think that that they can use the Decima engine for Xbox and stuff and all of that. I'm like, they got to realize that the Guerrilla owns that, and the Sony owns Guerrilla, who owns the Decima engine. So I'm like, what in your sick twisted head think that you're going to get the Decima engine?
There's
going to cost a lot of money, a lot.
Well, the Slip Space engine that Microsoft is working on is their answer to Decima. Now, whether it's as good, we'll wait and see. But there's still improvements the main improvement that I think Kojima made to the Decima engine that I can feel is the weight distribution on how you actually have to put a certain amount of weight, in which they made the engine on God of War, the weight with the axe. I mean, that's a perfect catch of that type of axe. It feels correct, but no, the Slips, I think it's called Slip Space. Whatever they're developing the new Halo on, I think it's called Slip Space. I think that's Microsoft's answer to Decima. We'll have to wait and see. It's an engine. It's their next generation engine. So we'll have to wait and see.
What's up, OBJ to Don and EJ? What's going on, guys? Thanks for coming by. Yeah. So I mean, it's just crazy. All I'm gonna say is, if you have an opportunity to try the game, guys, give it, the beginning, you don't know what's going on, but it's a fun game to play. There's a lot of symbolism in that game. There's a lot of things that, are metaphors in the game. There's a lot of stuff in this game, and it's good. It is good. But like Craig said, sure, you walk around, but you walk around in every other game you play. You really do. You can get vehicles here. You get a truck, or you can get a motorcycle, whatever. You can get vehicles just like you can in other games, but you also do walking, okay, and running. But you do that in a lot. How many games do you not do it in? How many games do you not walk in? Almost every game you play, you're going to do some sort of walking in.
Well, not Forza, you go drive. I mean,
except for yeah.
They love.
All right, you got me on that one. You got me on that one. All right, Craig, you got me on that one.
They don't even have people walking up to fix your car in the pits. The car fixes itself. It's like in Mass Effect, when you hit the Y button and everything gets repaired with Metagel. That's what your car does in Forza. So it's pathetic.
What you know what it is? They're invisible.
Yeah,
they're invisible. It's you got the invisible man fixing your car.
Yeah, the beasties fix your car in Forza. You can't see him. So
it's Michael Myers. You won't hear him or see.
Yeah, right, Michael Myers.
Well,
Well, somebody.
said that Xbox cannot and will not be able to handle the Decima. Decima is built on a PC, so it's not that Xbox can't handle it. It's just that it's a Sony proprietary engine. So more than likely, Xbox won't ever be able to get their hands on it. But can they make a program similar to that? Yeah, that's what the Slipspace engine is allegedly.
What I was saying was they thinking since Horizon, not Horizon, Death Stranding is coming to PC. They feel like since it's using the Decima engine, they feel like that Xbox can have something like that too because of the Decima engine. But Sony, Kojima, and Guerrilla, they all had an agreement for when they did Death Stranding for it to come out on PlayStation and on PC, so that way Kojima can spread his wings more now that he's independent. They feel like that with the engine that they kind of feel like the Guerrilla is being a free agent with their engine when they're not.
No, Kojima picked that engine because remember, Sony flew him around the world and he went to all their studios and he tried out all their engines because he knew the type of game he wanted to make. But that's the engine he chose because he could build upon that engine. So, and again, that engine is built on a personal computer. That engine is built there. So, could they export it up? Yes, they could, but they're not going to because it's a Sony proprietary engine. PC is not a, and again, these guys, they're moist. They think the PC is a Microsoft invention. Is not. Microsoft has an operating system. They got an operating system just like Apple does. I'm pretty sure Apple, if you get an Apple computer or something, it has its own operating system, it has its own search engine. So they're stupid. Well, Microsoft is PC. No, it's not. PC is an open source platform. You know, I don't see any Microsoft hardware in my computer. I've got their software running my OS. That's it. But I can take that out and put in something else tomorrow.
Exactly.
You know? Right.
So, question. When 505 Games does support for PC, what engine would they be using? Or I'm just curious. I don't know. I'm just asking.
Yeah, how they port them. Yeah, that's something I would love to find out. But they just, in essence, they just take the engine and they just push it into another. They push it in, and there's more assets on that PC. And it starts opening up other things. So I would expect Death Stranding to, if your PC can handle it, it can probably get to 4K because it's outputting natively at 1800p on the Pro. So it's already, and it's checkerboarded, so it's already 4K on the Pro, but will it have more assets to open up the frames per second and it'd be 60 frames a second? Probably, but is it going to make a difference? No, because the game actually feels better at 30. It's not going to make a difference. We're going to run at 60 frames a second. Those things are going to still catch you. You know,
right? I wonder when it does come to PC. Well, it's coming to Steam too, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I did see something. I did see a screenshot, but I didn't know if it was real or fake. Because I know a lot of games that, like Heavy Rain and Detroit, they went to Epic. So that's I'm inquiring about that. But if it goes to Epic, though, I wonder how many people PC dudes gonna be salty. I wonder how they're gonna feel about that.
So I think the Epic launch engine is free. I've got that on my PC, so that is free. You know, so it's just but no, and Quantic Dream again. People still think Sony owns Detroit and Heavy Rain. No, they don't own those games. They own a trademark. You can't. There'll never be another game called Detroit Becoming Human Part 2. Sony owns the trademark to Part 1, but that's Quantic Dream's engine for Detroit. Sony may have helped. Yes, did Sony give them money? Yes, did Sony pay for publishing for that game to be published on the PlayStation? Yes, but that's it. That is it. So, and that game is free on PlayStation. I mean, I got that game for free. I beat it last year, and then they gave it to us for free on PS Plus. So they gave me a little chub. I like that
game. Well, guys, we're going to move on to the next topic. There's one thing I do want to say, though, when you were saying about, why PC people getting crazy because Death Stranding is coming to them in the summer or something.
Yeah.
There's one thing I'm going to say, like I've been saying. At least Sony knows what a timed exclusive is. Fanboys. Never mind. Anyway, I had to do that because that is very important. You know, you don't just throw it on to it. That's very important. And I think Kojima knows that as well. Okay, when it comes to that, and you know, so I mean, they allowed him to do that. Okay, with this game because he knew what he was doing, and they said, yeah, you're on your own now. Go ahead and capture another audience, but it's got to be a timed exclusive first.
Well,
And
yeah,
it went down that way. That's what I'm saying. It went down that way. You know what I'm saying? So it worked out well for both parties.
yeah, Sony doesn't own that game.
Right.
That's Kojima's game, and Sony has the product. They have the publishing rights to PlayStation. They're like, and they got free publicity on the PlayStation Pro for the last 2 years. We've only seen that game on the PlayStation, so they got that. They got an exclusive console if you want to go and buy it. They got it. So Kojima worked on their engine. And he improved, and they own that engine. So, and you're right. And Kojima got that game, got to spread his wings, and he's not owned by anybody. There's a good chance Sony will give him some type of movie production studio to work with him. And why wouldn't you? The guy's a genius, the creative genius. So he is. Yeah. And Sony has doubled down. The owner of Sony Pictures has doubled down, the president, and said he wants to rebuild their movie division. Well, you got this in-house genius right here. Why not work with this guy? But that's just my opinion.
I agree. I agree with. No, that's something I agree with. If you got this genius, don't let him go. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid.
Yeah, at least offer him something. We'll have to wait and see if that's what happens, because Kojima he publicly said, he would like to look into.
One thing they got to do is let Kojima give you the Kojima experience. Don't be on his ass. That's all. Just let Kojima do Kojima.
Yeah, the story for Death Stranding, I mean, I still don't understand the story. I mean, I when I play the game, there's more stuff there. People are putting stuff in there, and that does help. But So, but the bridges, the people building one bridge really did help. Like, man, I gotta walk all the way. Oh no, there's a bridge there. It is out of nowhere. Somebody put a bridge there. I'm like, woohoo! So that helps.
Exactly. I built bridges. I put down ladders for people. I've done that. But anyway, we're going to move on to the next. As you can tell, we keep going back to what's going on in the game. It is fun. Okay, you learn shit as you go along. It is suspenseful at points, but I like that because I don't. There's one thing I can tell you about a game, and the same thing with a movie. Okay, I don't know. I don't like when I can predict exactly what's going to happen, and I'm like, see, I told you. I told you. Dumbass did this. I told you. Did I tell you that was going to happen? Dumbass. Did I say? I mean, I could tell you storylines. I don't like that in my movie, and I sure the hell don't like it in my games. I want to be able to have some suspense, try to figure things out, use my mind, which God gave me for to use it, and not have people hold my hand through it. This is not that game. That's why it's intriguing. I haven't put it down. I'm almost on the West Coast already.
Damn. I'm still, like I said, in Louisiana, I think. Based on kind of where that stat goes, I'm in Louisiana. Or maybe Mississippi. I can't. It's right there. Or maybe it's Arkansas. I don't know. No. It's probably Louis. I'll get myself.
You don't even know where you are, Craig. You just know that you're playing and you
you're right. I'm doing
where you're at. You're just going. Going.
Craig in my state now.
That's fun. Yeah. I mean, it's not for everybody. I said that during my review. Hey, this is not for everybody. If you want a slasher horror style game, this is not your game. Okay, if you want a suspense type situation, this is suspenseful.
Watch out for the BT.
Yeah, the BLT, whatever the hell that thing is. They come out of nowhere. And
pay attention to your BB. You gotta pay attention.
And you got to pay attention to your BB too.
Yeah, that is starting to become a nuisance for me.
No, it's not. I had fun. I had fun because it got into stress because I kind of was in a memory and went back in time with the one person. And I'm not going to spoil the story, but it was getting stressed. And, once I killed the people I got in the corner and you just got to rock it gently like a little baby.
Well, that's what it is.
And guess what? He became unstressed. And he was able to find that BT for me again.
Well, mine turned red, or like that little thing on there turned red. It said it had some type of something, and it needed to be reset, or it wasn't going to function.
Oh yeah,
that happened to me. That happened to me.
You got to go back and hook it up with the mother host.
Yeah, that happened to me. I got swept in that water and stuff, and my BB kept on crying. I'm up there trying to panic and rock it and screw it up.
No. When it turns red, you can't rock it. You got to hijack your ass back to the to the place and hook it up to the mother hose. You know. But anyway,
the mother hose. Yeah.
Brad,
it's called
what's up? Yeah. See, I'm trying to get off the subject, but I had so much fun with the game and whatever. Let me just go to the next topic. It's just because we could stand here all night talking about Death Stranding, except with what's going on. But anyway, okay. Now, this one is well. First of all, I'm not done addressing the bots or the PC fanboys or the Nintendo fuckboys yet. Now. Why now? While I believe competition is good for gaming, Sony doesn't have to compete with these other companies. They have to compete with Sony just to be relevant in first place. Let's keep 100. They don't have to compete with nobody. Who are they going to compete with? Themselves. Exactly. That's exactly what I just said. So, and people are going to be like, "Huh? What's he say? What's he say? Shit out your ears or." Dicks out your ears, whatever you got in there, I don't know, but clean it out. There is not one game on PC, on Xbox, or Nintendo that I wish would be on PlayStation right now. I don't, there's not one. There are, however, games on these platforms that these companies choose not to build on. Okay. Or not to move past on. So they don't build on the games they should, and they don't move past the games they should as well. Okay. And he's going out to these people on my timelines are doing the same old shit. Okay. So I'll be addressing all the bullshit that was put on my timeline. Number one, an Xbox fanboy named Games Trailers. Okay. Congratulations for being a grade A jackass. Congratulations. Here we go. Yay! Grade A asshole. Okay. Congratulations for being an idiot. There we go. Okay. An idiot that says Sony games are overrated. But praises trash games like Sea of Thieves. Okay. But had no problem praising Crackdown 3 of all games. Okay, of all the Xbox games you could have you chose the very worst of Xbox. You could have picked another game besides fuck Crackdown. Come on now, they had other games that were way better than that. Okay, and it's not even like there's a best of Xbox this generation. Okay, these games come out on the Xbox. Out of the Xbox camp, and most of them have been pure trash. Okay, they have. I'm sorry.
Trash.
I can't say it like Craig. Oh no,
you gotta
Craig,
say it like OBJ. The way OBJ says trash.
Craig says garbage.
Yeah, he says
garbage.
Garbage. What I've been playing on that thing.
Also, congratulations for saying the dumbest shit I've heard anybody say in the Xbox community to date. And I'll quote this. I'm gonna quote this, okay? Games Trailers said, "I would rather have a critic review a game than a gamer review a game." What? Are you fucking out your cotton picking mind? What the hell is wrong with your ass? If a true gamer is reviewing, you're going to get the real feel, not from a critic who only reviews games, don't play them. Oh my God, that right there. I mean, that's why he got. You know what? I'm going to do so. I'm going to give him donkey of the day. Hee-haw! Okay. Donkey of the day. All right. That's that. That's the fucking problem right now with this generation gaming. Last gen, the average consumer was a little bit more smarter when we learned to ignore IGN. Back then, when we said you can't, There you go. Thank you. You knew what I was gonna say. See, we're on the same page. See that, Ness? We're on the same goddamn page.
Already, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You know, but this generation, okay? I mean, this generation, what a crock of shit we've been having. I mean, seriously, what a complete and utter fuck up with all these so-called reviewers, okay? With these egotistical YouTubers like Angry Joe crying about games he hasn't even played. Okay, come on now, and you dumbasses listen to him. Okay, with Digital Foundries lying.
Zaddy, yeah,
in their own analysis videos, in their own videos. Okay, with YouTubers like Crap Gamers still stealing gameplay videos and reviewing games he hasn't played or beaten. Okay, and the real shame of it all is there are still people in this YouTube streets giving weight to the words of these frauds. Why? What is wrong with y'all? Seriously. Honestly, you need to go see a doctor or something. I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know. There's something wrong. I don't know. Maybe you could talk to Craig. Maybe he has some miracle cures for you. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, they like their biscuits buttery, and they're too buttery for me. So I mean, you know, and I like a nice little butter biscuit every once in a while. But these dudes are in out for.
No, they got a whole pound of butter on there. You know why they got the whole pound of butter on there, Craig?
Yeah.
You know why? Because they need to grease areas.
Yeah, they got to spread. Down there looking for the Pillsbury Doughboy, whatever. I mean, it's just, but a really good friend of mine, he works for GameStop. He's a DM there, and he just said, "Look, it's so bad out there that you know they're going to have trouble selling stuff for Xbox next generation because Xbox has pulled back a lot of their advertisement in their store, in their physical stores. So because Xbox is going much more digital with Microsoft, that's what they're doing. And but it's real lopsided. If you're in that business, and Sony and then Nintendo are going to be pretty much your main staples going forward.
Yeah,
it does offset things because again, their business model does include the Microsoft system, the Xbox, doing well. So it's but it didn't this generation, and they can correct it, I guess, next gen. It's just a matter of if you want to invest in that ecosystem and hope that the coalition and those other the initiatives and stuff like that can deliver high quality games. If you don't think that they can, then don't invest in that platform.
Yeah,
and a lot of people are leaving that platform. Then they're getting PC, so they're still going to play the games. But yeah, so what happened to everybody? Oh, everybody. You guys,
this thing home just bought it out completely. I ain't hear anything. All right, but anyway, let's. What I was saying was, they listen to these frauds. Okay, I mean, people are putting weight, in the words of people that upload videos every day. But that, but the thing is, people that nail the professional aspect of YouTubing. But here's the thing: never people that play actual games. They never put their thoughts or their the emphasis on people. These people that listen on people that actually play games, show you footage, explain shit to you. They don't do that. That does that, or the people that actually does challenges, okay? That cares about game and where it's going. These idiots out there don't put emphasis on people like that, like me, like Craig, like Ness, like Cyber, like Sick, like Jabari. I could keep going. I could keep going. They don't put emphasis on people like us. They put it on frauds that don't play games and say all this shit. You know what I'm saying? But the only reason I'm just is because keep on my timeline and I gotta put them in their place. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, however, how can anyone say they prefer non-gamers to review games is beyond me. Honestly, how could you say you would prefer it? I mean, it's pathetic. No, it's not even pathetic. It's fucking ludicrous. How can you say you would prefer non-gamers and listen to them over somebody who's an actual gamer? How can you say that? And you come on my timeline and say that shit to me? You're an idiot. Idiot ain't even good for you. I don't know what to call you. I'll think of something. Anyway, notice how everybody, I'm going to let you guys know, notice how everybody on my panel or any panel I have actually plays games. Okay. Notice how everybody, on the Roundtable podcast are gamers. Notice how the podcast, notice how the podcast out there with all the super chats and crazy super chats and money, and money support are always the non-gamers that get exposed. Okay. I'm not saying you can't have a donation thing or super chat and you're not a gamer. I'm not saying that. But the large group that I'm talking about, you guys know who I'm talking about. And the guys that I'm not talking about, you know who you are as well. Okay. Because you got common sense. Okay. There are the non-gamers that come to fighting game challenges and get buried. Mm-hmm. Okay. Are the non-gamers that associate with other non-gamers for entertainment purposes and all that. That's all they do it for. It's not real gaming news. It's not a real gaming site. And that's something YouTube and everybody else needs to do. If you call your podcast a gaming podcast, your timeline, your uploads, and everything, you should have gameplay. You should have, clips. Walkthroughs or reviews of with footage. You should have streams. You should have all that to be able to be considered a true gaming podcast. I don't care what anybody says. Okay. And I'd ask a question: when the fuck has gaming gotten so bad that we look up to people like that I just mentioned, and these fanboys wonder why PlayStation is killing it? Okay, it's killing it. PlayStation is destroying their competition. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. They have no competition. They have no competition. They're their own competition. Anyway, now, the Nintendo fanboys, y'all are just pure comedy, to be honest. Okay, y'all just pure comedy to me. Okay, I can't imagine being a whole adult human being waiting GameStop in line for a Mario game. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't imagine damage controlling all the fucked up Nintendo did. Like striking down YouTube channels over content. Like making like not having regular party chat implemented in a new console, like dropping features their own fan base likes, like messing up the launch of the Wii U console and having all this marketing geared towards kids, okay? But listen to this shit. But releasing games like Black Ops 2, okay? Day one for the Wii U. And it's funny because Black Ops 2 was the most advertised game during Wii U launch. It wasn't Nintendo Land for the kids. It wasn't a Mario game for the kids. Okay, it was Black Ops 2, and being able to play it on the Wii U tablet. So after Wii U, I was completely done with Nintendo as a company. I'm sure that they had some good games in their library, but it's not worth me finding out. It really isn't. But is it worth it for the PC fuckboys? Evidently, because they come in and say exclusives are what?
Anti-consumer.
Not important, but yet you go buy a Switch to play these games, right? But you get mad at Xbox or well, you don't have to get mad at Xbox no more because they put it everywhere. You'll get mad at Sony, but yet you'll go buy a Switch. They go buy a PlayStation or go buy an Xbox, assholes. I'm tired of your shit. It makes no goddamn sense. What we saying?
Always, but it's portable. I'm like, what? Like portable should not be exonerate you from sticking with this whole anti-consumer BS or whatever and stuff. No, I'm like, that's not a good excuse. I'm like, Sony got if not more exclusives than Switch, and some of them are much better. And
they won't go out and buy a PlayStation to play those games. They'll bitch and complain, but yet they'll go buy a Switch to play those games.
And that's detrimental to gaming. Like what Cyber Dragon be saying, that's very detrimental to gaming, because it's like you want all these things, stuff and all that, but then you only allow Nintendo to get away with so much. I'm like, you can't just keep latching onto Nintendo and stuff and all of that, and then you want everybody else to follow suit. I'm like, I'm just tired of people like that when it comes to Nintendo.
Yeah, but this is my thing. They come into my timeline. So, so that's why I'm going to get to y'all, okay? These PC fuckboys that tell me on my timeline, Sony games are overrated. That then tell me who cares about exclusives. But the same people shelling out the money for a Nintendo Switch console. Now the irony of all this is PC fanboys brag about power, but put money out for the least powerful console. The Nintendo Switch is basically identical to the Wii U. I haven't seen one game on Nintendo Switch that looks current gen or as polished, and that's fine, because Nintendo never said the Switch was going to be the most powerful console ever. They never said that. Nintendo focuses on making fun games for their fan base, okay? So they never said that, but the reason I brought that up was because they always say, a PC, my rig is so powerful, it's the most powerful thing ever. Why are you going with the least powerful console then, and why are you shelling the money out for it? And if exclusives don't matter, you're buying it for the exclusives on there, but yet exclusives don't matter. So y'all just contradict yourself all over the place. Y'all made no sense once again. Now, I'm going to say this. Hideo Kojima had all of these people in their feelings, okay? I had a Nintendo fanboy come to my timeline, okay? I'm tired of saying that, coming to my timeline, because all the motherfuckers came for a week now, and tell me Hideo Kojima was wrong about his criticism of Western reviewers, okay? And had the nerve to bring up the game Fire Emblem that nobody outside the Nintendo community is even talking about right now. A game that isn't even trending on Twitter. Guess what is the talk on Twitter? Guys, let's say it in harmony. Death Stranding. There we go, okay? So you fanboys, knock your shit off, okay? And he wasn't wrong. It was his opinion, but I agree with him, okay? So just because you disagree, leave the guy alone, okay? He's a genius. Your ass ain't. That's why your ass is still sitting in mommy's house or grandma's house or in the basement or wherever you're sitting. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, exactly. And based on my experience of Death Stranding, this is a game, okay, for all the people that haven't actually played it, okay? This is a game that's better played than watched. It really is, okay? You cannot begin to understand how addictive the game is until you actually play the game. And that goes out to the people that told me Gears of War 5 did something new, that nobody gave it credit for. What? No, Gears of War was just one. Oh, I'm sorry. I said it too whiny. I'm sorry. Because they were whining to me. This is what they said. Gears of War 5 did something new, but nobody gave it credit. No, Gears of War 5 was just more Gears of War. Okay? It's the best.
Semi-open world.
Exactly.
Barely semi-open world.
Exactly. All right. And to them, it's the best Xbox game this year, but it's still more Gears. I ain't convinced anybody to go out and buy an X. It doesn't convince nobody to go out and buy an Xbox One X. Did it? No. Not like not like the first Gears for 360. That convinced your ass to go out and get one.
Absolutely.
When I saw that game, I was like, oh, time to get a 360. I was online. I was like, oh shit. I went out and got my Gears of War. I got I got the 360, and I probably picked up some other games while I was going. I don't remember, but we're talking about Gears right now, okay? But what I'm saying is, do y'all see how stupid you on Twitter, look on Twitter, worrying about my opinion of Death Stranding, taking the time out of your so-called busy day of gaming to tell me some bullshit. You see how stupid you look now? And it's coming from people that don't even follow me. That's the funny thing, okay? So apparently you all are just on Twitter hunting for Death Stranding tweets, and the game is triggering you somehow. The game has you moist and emotional. The game has you hanging your extra soft pillow, hugging your extra soft pillow in your room with your roll of Charmin paper to pat, away the tears, and of course, probably your ass crack because you're sweating so much. I don't know. Or you get at the same time. You know what you guys are? Ass hurt, delusional ass fanboys. That's what you are. Okay. And it's coming from a lot of ass hurt people that base their opinion on outlets like Metacritic. Oh my fucking God. Okay. I don't give a single fuck about Metacritic or any other of these reviewers out there. I don't. Their opinions have never stopped me from enjoying a game or buying a game. Okay. Just like my opinion shouldn't stop you from enjoying Nintendo, Xbox, or PC.
Facts.
Okay. So don't come to me with your bullshit because I don't bring shit to you about your shit. Okay. I only bring this out when y'all come to me. Now, I'm going on and on, but I'm curious about what everybody else here thinks. So who wants to go first about what I just said? Go ahead. Okay. Who wants to take the floor first?
I just want to make a comment about when I was on Twitter. When I had this dog on Weeb, this Weeb, he up there still sitting around with a PS3 and stuff and all that going on and on about like, oh, I support Sony, this and the third. I'm like, what's PS4? I'm like, you up there still playing these imports of what is that, the Atelier games or whatnot, the RPGs, and then turn around and say, physical games are detrimental now and digital is the way to go and stuff and all of that. I'm like, if you don't sit your silly, goofy selves down somewhere, I'm like, you not really convincing nobody that you are not anti PlayStation or whatnot. I'm like, if because they only care about anime style type of games and stuff and all. I'm like, so what's wrong with games that do look photorealistic but also can be enjoyable and fun, or boring fun, as most people say. That's a new word that people going for now. Oh, it's boring, but they enjoy the game and this and the third. I'm like, how can the game be boring and you enjoy it? I'm like, it's not boring at all. It keeps you captivated and keeds you pulled in. It makes no doubt.
Yes, that made no sense. It's boring but fun.
Well,
those two words don't go in the same sentence. That makes no sense.
Well, even in the game, if you get to a certain part of the game, it literally says, aren't you tired of grinding? This is what you've been waiting for. And there's a huge action sequence. So the game knows that it's grinding. They know it. I mean, so that is boring to some people. It's just, I guess there's a difference in being engaged in something and you are enjoying it. And it can be, it's not for everybody. If you think you can just walk in and like Metal Gear 5, that started out with an action sequence. It was an action sequence, in the hospital. You had to escape out of the hospital. Granted, it was an action sequence. So, but at the end of the day, getting back to what you were saying, Princess, it's not. Yeah, they're not grown enough to just go make their own decisions, and they're using a false equivalency, thinking that they're clever. I'm too smart for that. They think they're clever and they want to play victim. So our games got review bomb because Metacritic didn't like them. And what they don't understand is that if Metacritic doesn't like it, who cares? But exactly. They're the ones, because Metacritic is just an aggregate. Okay, I thought that movie Midway just came out. garbage, straight trash. Wasn't even as good as the original when it came out, and I guess in '67. So whenever it came out in the '60s, it wasn't even that good. But guess what? It won the weekend, so a lot of people thought that movie was okay. People went to the theaters and saw it. So what my opinion is, it doesn't matter. Hey, look, I thought that shit was trash. How you mess up a World War II movie? Everything's right there. So it's historic, but somehow they did it, but people still went and saw it. But they're not man enough to make up their own decisions. So they use the score to justify their fake ass console war. And the console war is over. Phil Spencer came out and said, we're putting all our games on PC. Day one. End of your console war. It was it. It was over. So Sony does not have to do that. That's why, again, a lot of these clowns were running around all summer long. They said that the PS5 was not going to have any hardware-based ray tracing. Mark Cerny came out and busted their cheeks a few weeks ago, and then Jim Ryan just came out a couple weeks, 3-4 days ago, and said, "No, we're not putting our exclusives day and date, on PS now," even though that's what these clowns were saying. So again. It is what it is. It's kind of the nature.
Hey, Craig, I had a question. Your stock must be going skyrocketing with these ass hurt fanboys, huh?
I'm out. Yeah, I'm out of stock. I mean, it's just I'm on back order.
No, but what I mean, you stock in a company must be skyrocketing right now. You're making millions off of these guys.
Yeah, I invested in Johnson & Johnson because I knew they were going to get hurt. So again, it's unfortunate that this is where things are. But I saw this happen 3-4 years ago when Marvel had such a huge lead on DC, and the DC fanboys attacked the Marvel people, saying that they said critics were paid off. They were saying critics are being paid off to hate DC's movies. It's like, no, DC's movies are trash. Batman versus Superman, and they fight each other. My mom's 77 years old. She's like, that's not going to be much of a fight. Batman win that fight. Oh, well, then you find out Batman sells more merchandise than anybody else in DC, so Batman has to win the fight. And I'm like, that's shitty. That is shitty. The Russo brothers did Captain America Civil War. Iron Man sells more toys than Captain America. Captain America whooped his ass. And it's because the Russo brothers like, well, yeah, if he's a super soldier, and all Tony Stark is a billionaire in a suit, in a an iron suit. So but they messed that up. But the DC fans, my point is that DC was failing. Now, I mean, DC's corrected some stuff now. DC was failing. The critics didn't like their stuff, so their fanboys attacked the critics. The same thing's happening right in front of you guys. It's with Xbox. Xbox is a failure. It's a failed console. So Microsoft put their games on PC to say, hey, look, guys, because the developers could abandon them. They're like, look, y'all not selling enough shit for us to do all this R&D on your console stuff and then put a game on there. And Microsoft's like, well, you put it on PC too and our console, and that staved off them leaving. But it's the same thing. Your aggregate is Metacritic. In the movie world, our aggregate is Rotten Tomatoes. That's our main movie aggregate. So they attack Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes is paid off. They're manipulating the score. DC's movies are better than this. Like, no. The Justice League bombed. Thor Ragnarok opening weekend made more money than a movie that had Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and The Flash in it. It was trash. The movie's trash. The people decided. People in the Xbox community, they got to understand. The public, the buying public, has rendered their judgment on Xbox, and they don't want it. So they just need to move on. They need to move on.
Well, you said one thing that was very smart. The paying public, because they don't pay for shit. I'm gonna give you an example. Once in a while, I play on my tablet, right?
Uh-oh.
And I play, which is not on the console, but I play. I'm good with puzzles. I like word puzzles and all that. So I play like Wordament and Snap Attack and stuff like that, which is an Xbox game. I got all the achievements, okay? Even playing it in another language. So there you go. Anyway, besides getting my Game Pass for $1, now because I'm usually in the top like 20 all the time, and I get in the top 10 a lot with everybody playing on Wordament. Microsoft is paying me. I got $5 and I'm on my way to another $5.
Right.
Just my scores. And it's just playing it periodically. They're paying me to play their games. And I could put that on the Xbox console, and guess what? I get my shit for free. So where are they making money? They're paying me. Y'all didn't know that. They're paying me right now.
Well, I'm jealous because I don't have Game Pass no more. Mine ran out on Saturday.
Well, wait a little bit. They'll send you an offer for $1.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. No, if you wait a little bit, they'll send you. Just keep checking it. After I think it's maybe 45 to 60 days or whatever, depending. There ain't much on there right now. You got to play anyway. So yeah, they'll send it to you for $1. They'll send you an offer for $1. They do it to me all the time.
Yeah, I was playing years. I was actually having fun. I'm like, oh well, I guess I can't play this no more.
But they'll watch your thing. They'll do it. But I'm saying, like I said, on my tablet, I've played those games because I'm one of those people, like, I got to keep my mind working, so when I'm doing other things, and you got to find words, and you got, there's other things you could do. You got to find the star words. You got to find the longest word. You got to find this. You got to find that, depending on what the puzzle is. And you got to move it around and beat other people. Okay. I mean, I'm in the top 10, like over, I've ranked, my highest rank is number 3 out of everybody playing on that game. And there's a lot more people that play that than play on the console itself. My highest rank is number 3 out of everybody in the world.
Wow. Okay.
My highest rank is 3. Finding the most words or whatever, getting the top scores. And I'm working my way on to another $5 or $10. And I'm just going to leave that in there. And if something comes up that I want to get or do whatever, I'll just get it. That's it. I'm just going to let them keep paying me. I do that.
There you go.
I do that in between. Yeah, like when I want to relax, like sometimes after I shut things down at night, I'll, because it's relaxing to do that for me, and it helps you fall asleep. So sometimes I'll do that. And with all the times I do it, I've been earning money. I didn't even know that. I went to my page one time. I was like, what the hell is this for? I said, oh, shit, just for playing Wordament? They're going to give me money? Shit, I'll keep playing. I'll take the money. I'll take the money. That's what I'm saying. Now they're paying people. If you're an Xbox person, they're paying you to play even on the tablet.
Damn. I need to do that then. Maybe I can get some Game Pass money. Now, here we
go. Wait 1 second. Game Trailer. The reason I called you Donkey today because you said the dumbest shit that you ever said. Were you listening? Yeah, you were here in the chat. I know you were. Okay, because
he'll be back.
I said to you what's up in the chat, and after I told you what you said, okay, I'm not going to go back and repeat it. You know what you said, okay? Everybody else heard it, okay? You said some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard anybody say. All right, so yeah, you got Donkey of the Day. Do I need to bring what's his name here to tell you got Donkey of the Day? Huh? Do I? Because he's out there doing his own shows right now. You don't have time to come here and tell you Donkey of the Day and get what's a face to do. Hee-haw! You know what you said was stupid. But it's okay when other people call people Donkey of the Day, but when you say something stupid, it's wrong, right? Come on now. No. But anyway, yeah. But Craig, if you got a tablet, right? Craig, you there?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
All right, get Wordament. You get achievements on there that apply to your shit over there too.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I'm
then let me know what name you're using, because when you come up, I can make you a friend of me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But you're my friend, but you're my enemy because I'm going against you.
Oh.
So you're my frenemy. You're my frenemy.
Okay.
Hey,
You my frenemy. But we got to play at the same time so I could see your name. Because you have to tap it. Yeah, you have to tap it. So I have to know when you're playing. But yeah, Wordament, I mean, just keep playing. If you're good at spelling, you should be fine.
Okay. No, I'll give it a try. Hey, if it gives me $1 for Game Pass.
Can I tell you something? I'm gonna tell you this. You can get on your tablet for free. It's a free game.
But they're gonna pay me to download a free game. I can do it.
That's what I'm saying. And if you have Wi-Fi places and you're going somewhere, you're sitting and waiting, take your shit with you. Take your shit with you, and while you're waiting, just play the game.
All right. Well, no, I will. No, I'm gonna try that. I'm excited now. Not only that, I can download Disney Plus right now for free.
Oh, I was just about to say that. Oh, yeah. You're gonna talk. But listen, I just got it. Let me tell you something, guys. That was gonna be my next subject. Because Disney Plus gives you not only Disney and all these old shows and all this good shit that comes with it. Okay. You get ESPN. Okay. And you get Hulu. All for $12.99 a month.
And it's a trial right now, isn't it?
It's a free trial available right now.
It's a free trial. Yeah. No, but the thing is, if you get the plus, there's the thing. You can't get it unless you get it. You can't get all three.
Well, that's fine. I just want to try it out because I'm going to get it on Friday, but I just wanted to see what exactly. I mean, I know what's on there, but I want to watch The Mandalorian. But it's drop a
I'm gonna tell you something. You got things like X-Men and Gargoyles on there because I looked it up. You got Spider-Man, some of the old ones. You got old TV shows that you grew up with. I mean, it's crazy. There was so much when I saw that, but I got the package deal.
I'm gonna sign up for that. I may wait till Friday because the second episode of The Mandalorian, one started today or yesterday, but the next episode is Friday. So I'm like, well, I'll just wait till Friday and I can watch them back to back. So
yeah, but I'm telling you, because I'm looking at what you charge for each thing. Like if you have Hulu, that's what $6.99. So we'll say $7.
$4.99, yeah.
Right. Then you get Disney, that's $6.99. Then you got ESPN, that's like what, $6.99. So you're getting all three for only $12.99 a month. That's not bad.
No, that's not bad.
And and I looked up ESPN, you get, anything, football, basketball, baseball, anything. You also got the sideshows, the quick recaps. There's so many shows on there as well that's related to all kinds of sports that ain't funny. It really, I mean, there was a lot. I know I'm going to have fun with it. I'm going to go back and watch some of my old shit that you can't get anywhere. I'm going to have some fun with that. And I want to watch my sports. I mean, I do watch it, but I want to watch it more often. You know what I mean? And this is going to give me the opportunity to do it.
Yeah, if you get ESPN and Hulu and Disney stuff for $12, that's
$12.99.
Yeah, I have to get rid of Amazon Prime. I have to get rid of it after Cyber Monday. But I gotta get rid of that because I watched that Jack Ryan show. That was good too. Man, that's good. But I'm gonna get out on that shit. So I'm getting excited now. I'm getting a little chub going now.
But when you look it up, watch for the terms because I think if you get the free trial, okay, you can't. I'm trying to remember what it said. I don't think you can get the offer with the package deal.
Oh yeah, that's fine. So all right, so with the offer, I can just get the Disney stuff in, right? And
with the free offer, you just get the Disney. But if you go back again, they know you got the free offer. You're not going to be. I don't think you can get the whole package with the ESPN and the Hulu with the Disney.
Okay, so I might just wait till Friday.
Just cool. Wait.
Yeah, because they got Infinity War on there. They got
everything.
Yeah. They got Star Wars, National Geographic.
Yeah.
They got all the animal channels, National Geographic. They got everything on there.
Yeah, I forgot Disney owns National Geographic, and they own Fox, so they'll have all that Fox stuff on there from X-Files to all
Listen,
that.
when you go through it and see some of the TV shows that are on there, the older ones. Wait, I'm gonna put it up. Hold on, let me see.
They have The Simpsons on there. All 30 seasons of The Simpsons are on there ready now.
I'm trying to say no, but there's some that you probably wouldn't think of. I'm putting it on right now so people can hear. I think it's a good deal for $12.99. Come on now, and you got all the sports thing. You go back and watch. You can do whatever. They got categories. The categories are: you got the hit movies, you got the originals, you got trending, you got out of the vault, inspired by true stories, ultra HD and HDR, Disney Channel favorites, musicals, throwbacks, Beast and Monster category, nostalgic movies, Disney Junior series, feel good sports movies, even got Mickey Mouse Through the Years, documentaries, shorts, best friends, fun mysteries, action and adventures, animals and nature. Those are all the categories just on Disney.
Yeah, I'm really going to have to. I'm going to jump on it then. I'll just do it Friday though. That way I can get that package because that's going into.
Here we go right here. 1992 through 1996, the series of season 5, the X-Men.
Yeah, that's the good stuff right there.
Yeah, they got the older stuff on it. You got here. That's So Raven. When have you heard of that one in a while?
That show was trash, but yeah, let's go back.
Boy, all right. No, I'm just naming it. Boy Meets World.
Trash.
I'm just telling. They gave throwbacks. It's throwbacks. I'm just giving you throwback shit. You know. What was that? Superman? What was that? Marvel, Superman Unlimited, Spider-Man Unlimited. I'm sorry, Spider-Man Unlimited. Which I want to see again. Invincible, Rookie of the Year. They just got so much.
Invincible wasn't bad.
I'm just glancing real quick.
Yeah, I know.
I'm unfortunately picking one. Some of the ones you say are garbage. So, well, what I'm saying is, I was just naming the categories and just running through a couple that just popped in my face. But what I'm saying is the categories go on and on. You know what I mean? You got for Beauty and the Beast, you got the 1991 one. You got the older one. You ain't got the new shit. You got the older one, the better one.
I'm about to say that's the better one now.
Yeah, you got the better ones. You ain't got the new shit. You got the better ones. So, but yeah, I think it's good. I think everybody should look into that. Oh, and one of my favorites, you got the old Bambi.
What's the price?
Huh?
How much is it?
To get all 3, it's only $12.99 a month.
That ain't bad at all.
No, because with ESPN even, you get, you don't only get, like all the like basketball, football, baseball, soccer, whatever, UFC, and you get UFC, any you get the paid per views for anything, okay? But you also get any series or things or people doing their own shows on sports. You get all that. There's other things on there. It's not just the games. Highlight features, this, that, and the other. You get everything on there.
I meant to take a look into that because I'd be looking to get something else besides Netflix and Pluto TV.
Well, actually, with this you get Hulu on top of it.
Well, that's even better.
You get Disney, Hulu, and ESPN.
Shoot, I might sign up after the podcast.
It's just like this. If you sign up, you're gonna get UFC, but instead of for the pay-per-views, you don't have to pay for a pay-per-view if you like UFC. You get it here.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay for pay-per-views.
Man, I'm not a UFC guy.
I'm doing it before this night is over with. Before I can once I'm done with this podcast, and I get off if I can get my hands off of Death Stranding, I definitely will.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Well, with that being said, I think we had fun tonight. I think it was an excellent podcast. Why don't we do our outros? Okay. Who wants to go first? Who wants to do our outro first? Because I don't know who wants to go to bed first.
I do.
I know.
I'm playing Days Gone next.
Oh, so nobody going to bed. All right. So I think that's what. Oh, excuse me. You got me choking over here. I think that's what everybody's going to be doing. All right. Craig, go ahead and do your outro.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, sorry I was late, and like I said, I had some stuff happen at work. But yeah, great podcast. Appreciate you having me on, Princess. And yeah, go out there and play your games, guys. Have a good time. Have a good evening.
Craig, you know you're welcome anytime.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Most def, man. It was good having you, dog.
Sniper, go ahead.
I'd like to shout out to the panel here and Craig, man. 2 words that you hit us with, man, that still rings true. Intellectually dishonest. It's so rampant, man. I'm glad you brought that out to us, man. And I love it, man, when I hear it being used by you or anybody else, man. So I can thank you for that. Those 2 words, man.
All right.
Other than that, chat, mods, take care. Y'all have a good evening. Make sure you give this thing a thumbs up and share it on Twitter. And I'm out.
Okay. Next up, we got Nas.
All right, I'd like to appreciate the panel, Titanfall Princess, Cyber Dragon, Craig. I appreciate, coming together and, talking about this game and stuff. I appreciate the chat, especially Brown Sugar Candy and everybody up in there. Y'all know what it is. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Make sure you hit that like button and share it. And, you know where to find me at. And, I try to give quality and quantity.
There you go. And last but not least, you got me, your host with the most, the Titanfall Princess, okay? And I appreciate everybody that came through tonight. Like they all said, hit that like button if you enjoyed the content, hit a nice like on that, share it out, okay? And we'll see you next time, all right? Have a good night, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed the show.